Hi there, welcome back. So we have been very lucky. We've been gifted this machine. It's the Resin Curing Machine G3 by Resiners. So they said, you know, would you be interested? We said, oh yes please. So this is our honest opinion about it. So a bit of an unboxing video, and then we also make a few things in the video showing you the machine and so on. So it comes very well packaged. And here we go. So we've got obviously the outer box with a lovely picture of it on the front, and then we're just going to open it up. We've got this is sort of like that dense sort of foam, not really sure how you describe that, over the top of it as well. Very well packaged, as I said. Arrived really quickly, no damage, nothing. So can't wait to get into this and have a look. So we'll get it out of the box. Here we go. So it comes, of course, with the manual operating instructions, guidelines, warnings, and so on. Exactly how you follow it. It's really clear of how what you can use it for, what it cures, how long it takes, and so on. Also enclosed, of course, is the warranty card. Make sure you keep that. Now, plastic removed. Look at this. Very pretty. I love it. I love the pale minty green colour, but that's just me. So taken the lid off of it, and we've got a base. Now this has got quite an unusual sort of diamond shaped base to it. It says G3, and then it's got a couple of these sort of holes at the side, and then on the other side there's more of a honeycomb sort of base. So it's up to you which way round you have it. Also included is a silicone mat, so if you get any little resin drops or spillages on it, absolutely fine to use. There's also some instructions on the bottom of where you place your molds when you're curing you know, your projects. So make sure you read those and you follow that thoroughly. There we go. Nice flexible mat there. So just going to pop that on the top there. And then of course the lid, now as because we're in Europe, came with a European, well, it came with a plug suitable for the UK. So you've got your on off buttons, timers, and then at the top it's just about whether or not you've got UV resin, a tall mold, a flattish mold, and so on. And then you've got a little silicone handle here, all pretty sturdy, nice clear plastic. And obviously the cabling out the back, sufficient enough length of cable we found too. Not rechargeable, it does need to be plugged into an electrical supply. There we go. Now we've got molds like that. I mean, you've probably seen that from our previous project. I was just showing you, you can put different shapes and sizes of mold in there depending on the size of your project, obviously. Now this also came along with it. I'm not sure if this actually comes as standard, but this was what Resiners sent us. Little note there, love never fails. And within this we've got this nice little plastic packaging. Little warning there, it's just to say about, you know, obviously dispose of plastic packaging carefully to avoid suffocation. So we've got, in this package, we've got some rather lovely sort of see-through ribbon. It's got a slight greeny gold tinge to it there. Plenty of that. So we'll see what that's for, because I don't know what these moulds are. And we're just getting them out there. Yeah, it's just a warning, just as avoid danger of suffocation. Nothing to worry about there. Obviously, be sensible, dispose of it appropriately. And we've got lots of moulds. So we've got this. And at first I thought, what on earth is this? But it's a moustache, believe it or not. Then we've got a reindeer and antlers, a Christmas tree, a deer inside a bell, a Merry Christmas hanging decoration, another set of antlers, a little elf hat, and a nice bell. And there we go, something with snowflake charms in as well. So all of those, I'm assuming, are either you could use to hang on your tree, you could put it in garlands, wreaths, you could have them as keychain charms, handbag charms, whatever you want. Now these glitters I'm showing you are a new collection from Jules at Resin Jules and Helena at Resin Detra Supplies. They're not from Resiners, they don't do glitter. So, and also these beautiful little pots of glitter. from the same people, from Jules and Helena. Everything, wherever possible, we will linked in the description box of the video, so why not check that out. Now Wayne is going to try and make some of these lovely hanging decorations. He's also going to use some UV resin and some white pigment paste. The white pigment paste he's going to try and mix with the UV resin to put in the detail of the snowflake hanging Christmas tree decoration. That's the one on the right of your screen, and on the left of your screen he actually opts to use some coloured UV resin to go in and try and pick out the detail. Now I have no clue how Wayne has the patience and the ability, to be honest, to be quite as accurate as he is with pouring coloured resin into the minutest of details. I mean, we've said it before in our videos, he has the patience of a saint, let's put it that way, I think. But he's very patient. Bits of this video like this here now have been sped up because he obviously did take his time to do it at this. He's just going in with a little coffee stir stick, just making sure that the resin mix has gone into all the detail. You can probably see it now. It's going to look beautiful. Absolutely beautiful when it's done. So the idea is that he does all the prep work and then he pops it into the machine, pops the cover over the machine and the moulds, and then sets it to cure. And we'll see how long it'll take. Because UV resin, obviously it's pretty imminent. It's usually about 5 to 10 minutes to cure if you're using a UV light or a torch. But if you're using epoxy resin, I mean, you'd be waiting till the following day. At least sort of a good 12, 18, even 24 hours or longer, considering over here in the UK, where it's very, very cold at the moment, so everything takes longer to cure if you're leaving it to cure just naturally without the aid of a curing machine or a heat mat and so on. So we just showed you quickly there the coloured UV resins that he's using, and then there you can see he's just applying the detail into that part of the mould and then curing it with a torch. So sorry, I should have said there is going to be some UV light shown in this video, just in case you're light sensitive. You've got a light sensitivity. But he said it was very easy to use the machine, indeed. And I mean, if you are pressed for time, or to be honest, if you're just very impatient like I am, and you want things done quicker, let's see, because you just want to see what it looks like. You're excited about it, and you know, is it going to give the end result that you want or not? In this particular case, yeah, spoiler alert, yes it did. It's great. You know, you can put your moulds in, put the cover over, set the timer, or set it for, you know, its setting, whether it's UV resin, whether it's a small mould, a deeper mould, and you just press the start button and it does it, and you leave it to do its thing. It's great. Obviously make sure you're still working in a well ventilated area. If you are not working in an area that's got that you can open the windows and doors, then it is well worth investing in an air filtration system. Now Resiners do also do one of those. We do have that. It is brilliant at doing that. It comes with a filter, a bit more of a considered purchase, but really well worth it. So here you go. He's done what he needs to. He's going to set it for UV, and it says it's going to take 2 minutes. So any moment now you're going to see the light go on. Any moment now. Sorry about the dodgy camera work. There we go. And there we go. It's already saying that it's literally less than a minute left, and it's cured. And it was very cured. Obviously sometimes if you're going to use white pigment in UV resin, depending on its density and its opacity, so know as just how, if the light can travel through it, then it will cure. If it can't, then it won't. So time to fill up the rest of the mould. He's going to use some regular epoxy resin for this. This is T Expert resin, just brand of choice currently that we're using. 1:1 mixing ratio, again, it will be linked in the description box, and adding in some of that lovely white, sort of almost like a confetti style glitter. It's got bits of very fine glitter in it as well. Absolutely stunning. He did go He did put a lot in it, maybe a little bit overboard with that glitter perhaps, but it's stunning, absolutely jam-packed full. So just pouring it into the first of those round moulds, and then just checking it has gone up around the top bit, otherwise you won't have a little loop hole to put the lovely ribbon through, and then in on with the snowflake mould. Now he added in some of the purple glitter. He didn't make up any more resin, he just added purple glitter in. And then he's doing the bell shaped hanging mould, and then again added in some green. We can have all the colours of the rainbow in one pot. And then poured it into the Christmas tree mould. Just use a coffee stir stick just to take the resin out to the edges. And don't forget, this is regular epoxy resin. Added in some of the blue. Look at this. And then the bell with the reindeer in it. And then just up around the top of the loop. And then this last one, he added in another colour of glitter. I can't remember which one it was. Might have been some more purple perhaps. And then he put it in the machine to cure. Now, we haven't got any footage of that, apologies, but it took 2 hours to cure these pieces. As I said, it was just 2 hours, and then half an hour, it says cool down comes up on it. So it's cooling down for half an hour, and then straight into demold, which is what you can see here. Now, these are beautiful. They've cured so well. I mean, there's a little bit of detail that he's going to do on some of them where they've got a recessed part on them. Now, up to you how you decorate those. If you want to put a bit of gold acrylic paint in, whether or not you want to put some different coloured resin in. Obviously, that's a bit more detailed work to do. It's patience again there if you're going to do that. It's quite fine detail work. Or, yeah, you can use some metallic paints perhaps if you've got them. So we're just going to show you, Wayne opted to use some coloured UV resin. There we go. So he's just trying to do a little yellowy gold star. The only problem we found with these coloured UV resins, again, they're not made by Resiners, they're made by another company. The colour isn't as dense as perhaps we would have liked it to have been. But we thought it was worth trying it. Probably the best way around it. I mean, as I said, you don't have to use coloured UV resin. You could use regular UV resin and just pop some different coloured glitter in it. You could pop some alcohol ink in it, mix it up. Again, it'll still be translucent, but it'll have a colour to it. Now, he was going for green for a tree here. Yeah, as I said, the colours of the UV resin are a little bit unusual. They're not as deep colours as we would like them to be, but never mind. So he's now going in, I think this one had a white snowflake. This one did unfortunately look a little bit blobby, which was a shame. But pop them in the machine, press the UV white button, and they cured and then cooled down again. Now these are the final shots coming up now. This is the machine itself. Very easy to wipe clean as well, should you need to. Just use a wipe. Like a wet wipe, or you could give it maybe a little spritz with some isopropyl alcohol on the silicone matte part. There we go, look, see, he put some ribbon through those lovely hanging decorations. Excuse the background in there, and here we go again. If you joined us today, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we will see you again in a couple of days. So it'll be on Thursday with another video. I think it's the chocolate brownies one. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.